Today we're going to talk about structural failure modes, the repeatable ways data structure breaks, and how to spot them fast. If you've ever stared at a dashboard that looks fine but just feels wrong, this video is for you. I'll show you 6 failure modes, a tiny story for each one, how to detect it with minimal effort, and the first thing to try that actually moves the needle. Structure, in practice, is a set of promises. That a field means what it says, that an ID uniquely identifies something, that relationships actually link the right records. When those promises fail, your reports, models, and dashboards stop reflecting reality, and your team spends time chasing ghosts. Let's start with omission. This is the simplest and quietest failure. Something that should be present isn't. Imagine a payments feed that silently drops customer ID for 2% of rows after a vendor update. ETL jobs finish, graphs render, but joins drop, and aggregates shift. Omission rarely trips alarms because systems keep running. Detect it with a daily completeness check for critical fields. Be suspicious when a required field's populated rate drops even a few percentage points. First fix: quarantine incomplete records at ingest and backpressure the producer, so you get a deterministic repair path. Next is mutation, the same column, new meaning. A numeric amount becomes 1000 USD, a timestamp flips from UTC to local time, an identifier flips type. The column exists, but assumptions downstream break. Mutation often follows migrations or vendor changes. Alert, detect it with type distribution monitoring and a small sample in your alert. Quick mitigation, normalize at the edge, pass and coerce before the data becomes everyone's problem, and add a contract test so the next change fails CI instead of production. Third, duplication. Uniqueness gets violated, primary keys duplicate, one-to-one relations become many-to-one, and dedupe logic silently fails. This is why totals quietly inflate and models overestimate. The tell: a sudden spike in duplicate counts or a falling ratio of unique IDs to rows. The fast action is to enforce idempotency tokens on writes and add uniqueness checks in storage or ingestion. If duplicates already exist, isolate them and patch with an idempotent repair job. Don't overwrite without an audit trail. Fourth is referential failure. Here, the relational glue dissolves. Children point to missing parents, or orders reference customers who don't exist. Joins drop rows, reconcilers scream, and downstream metrics diverge. Detect by measuring the percent of foreign keys that resolve, set a threshold alert. For remediation, quarantine or mark orphaned children, then backfill parents from authoritative sources or replay logs to reinstate relationships. Fifth is divergence. 2 systems model the same thing differently. Your CRM and analytics both track active users, but each uses a different filter and a different clock. Both datasets look internally sane, but cross-system reports disagree and trust erodes. Divergence is the root of many whose numbers are right arguments in meetings. Detect by running periodic reconciliations between authoritative sources and surfacing the top mismatching metrics. Mitigate by publishing a lightweight canonical definition and adding a reconciliation check to your deploy checklist. Finally, slow degradation, entropy over months and years. Fields become optional, special cases accrete, hacks multiply. Onboarding slows, pipelines get brittle, and confidence sags. This isn't one incident, it's long-term cost. Detect it by tracking schema churn, rising counts of conditional logic in transformation code, and slowly increasing null or other categories. The cure is maintenance, scheduled cleanup sprints, canonical model consolidation, and treating structure work as product work with owners and SLAs. Across every mode, there are a few cross-cutting signals and defenses that pay huge dividends. First, measure the right things: field-level completeness, type distributions, uniqueness ratios, referential resolution rates, and a simple health score per core entity. Second, validate at the edge: contract tests, parsing and normalization at ingestion, and quarantine for bad records. Third, keep raw, append-only logs or snapshots so you can replay and reconstruct truth. Committed. Fourth, require ownership, a named domain owner who's accountable for structure, migrations, and runbooks. Fifth, make repairs, idempotent and auditable. Every fix should be repeatable and reversible. When an incident happens, ask this diagnostic question first: which failure mode matches the symptom? Is the problem missing data, a format change, duplicates, broken references, divergence between systems, or slow decay? Naming the mode instantly narrows the right tools and the first safe step to take. That shift from random firefighting to pattern-based diagnosis is how teams move from chaos to reliable operations. To wrap up, structure is more than shape, it's the meaning that keeps data useful. Structural failures are predictable, and learning their patterns is the fastest way to reduce downtime, bad decisions, and blame games. If you take one action today, pick a critical entity, orders or users, and add 3 quick checks: completeness, uniqueness, and referential resolution. Those 3 checks catch most of the bad modes we talked about. Thanks for watching. See you in next one.